Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Pal and a confidant.
This is my part right here. Ooh, if I did everyone, the biggest gift, the biggest. Yeah, thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.
Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to Golden Girls Podcast. Hey, everybody.
Hey, girl. Hey, what's up?
What's up? It's your girl, Des. I am the executive producer of Golden Girls Podcast.
I love it. And it's your girl, Missy, the one you love, the messiest one you know. And we here at Golden Girls Podcast. What's
And
up,
Golden
y'all?
Studios.
Golden Studios. I know y'all like the sound of that. See, it's manifesting.
We just made it up. But
Tyler-
listen, we here, though.
Tyler Perry, we on that ass. We on that ass, period.
So, real quick, I think we should just because we got the spirit, we should just go right into it. So, my title changed a little bit. If you were an avid watcher, I'm usually the super producer. But we got us a new super producer.
Hey, I got somebody to talk to on the show now. What?
Mr. AWill Vibe is in the building.
Listen, he behind the camera, but please believe
He
doing
there.
his thing back there.
What do you let us hear you? Let us hear you.
What's up, y'all? Y'all good?
Yeah, okay, Barry White.
Yeah.
Listen,
Is that Will or Baby White? Barry White.
I don't know. I could be both now.
Listen, came in smooth with the smooth voice.
With the smooth.
Listen.
Your voice gonna be like that all the time, or that was just the intro?
You know what? It might be. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna play my part and be behind the scenes.
Okay.
We like that. That's what we
cool.
need. That's what we need.
But we're gonna be calling you to the conversation now. We be needing to hear some stuff sometimes.
All right.
Yep. And so that means Des is the executive producer now.
I can't even believe that. It's
Bullshit.
nuts. But y'all, listen, I ain't never been this calm before a show ever. I didn't took a shot. This is great. Will is a blessing.
Welcome, because I'm always taking shots.
Oh my
So
God. Yes, shout out to our new production team in Golden Studios. As y'all will see, we're gonna put our little pizzazz on it, but we at the headquarters, we making it work. So
Listen, period. I just love where Golden Girls Podcast is going.
Mhm.
And it would be nothing without our fans and our followers. Shout out to all of y'all that's on the live right now.
yes, shout out.
Hey, Deja. What's up, boo?
Yes.
I'm happy you're watching. But listen, though, so everyone who's watching on the live, please accept the StreamYard permission. So when you comment, just like you see Deja on the screen right now, when you comment, we'll be able to see who you are. So go ahead and click it and share. And get the StreamYard permission so we can see what y'all got to say. We're going to be reading comments all show.
If you don't see it, it's StreamYard.com/Facebook, and it'll give you your permission.
There we go. So, is it too far into the new year to be saying Happy New Year?
It's a little bit too far, but Happy New Year because we ain't been back.
And a couple of us have started over already because...
Yeah, I actually haven't started. So I give myself until the end of January. So I don't... This is a transition period.
So you ain't on the calendar everybody else on. Your New Year starting in February.
I'm not. My New Year started in January, but the first month of my New Year is not pressure to have the whole year planned.
Okay.
So it is just let's relax, let's reflect. Like deadlines give me anxiety, and so I just decided to take them all away because planning a whole year stresses me out. I know nobody's telling me to do that, but I get stressed out, y'all. So I just took it all away. January 31st. So y'all gonna start seeing me talk about reflecting on 2021
goal
this
setting
week.
all that shit because we off to a late start. But I don't know how people be so focused after spending all that motherfucking money on the holiday.
Christmas is already a thing.
I need a little grace period, Lord.
Yeah.
And we was grace. I need a grace period.
Oh, we was working. We had the holiday live show during that time.
Yes.
So we just, we was
all right,
busy.
y'all. So the live show was fire. Can we talk about the live show?
We can talk about the live show.
All right, so
let's take a shot to the live show.
Let's take a shot to the live show. This is a bad habit we picked up on Meet the Connect, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh my God. gosh. But take a shot to the live show.
Take a shot.
And take a shot to Meet the Connect. You know.
And shout out to me. Oh, and AWill Meet the Connect. AWill. Not me doing a Grammy speech.
This is too much for me, but shout out.
Shout out to we ain't gonna say the name on the streamline, but y'all know what this is. If you see the bottle, you know what this is.
We ain't gonna say the name on the stream.
But shout out to Unc though. You can send us a little check and we'll make a commercial. Okay. Take your shot though. I'm sorry.
Girl, talk to the people.
But listen though, while we're talking about brands and stuff, if y'all want to donate products to be featured on the show, or if you want to be featured as Black Business of the Week, then email us. Our sponsorship coordinator is Amanda R at goldengirlsgroup.org. And your business can be featured as Black Business of the Week, and we can also get some products up here and do you some promos. So hit us up. We got y'all. Okay. I got a little off topic. We back on script.
Okay. I'm still over here recovering from the shot. I don't even know what script is anymore.
We getting a little old.
The script is gone.
They don't go down like they used to. I tell you. Oh, we was talking about the live show.
Yeah, the live show.
Okay, so y'all, first of all, we got a whole bunch of Black businesses who donated products, and it went really well. We auctioned off all kinds of things: makeup, wedding planning packages, fragrances, candles, clothes. I mean, and they all was out the door.
Yep.
All of them gone.
Yep.
So yeah, the Black businesses showed out at the live show, and then with the toys, we were able to adopt 2 families of children who go to Detroit public schools and, help do a little extra for Christmas. And so that felt really good. So shout out to everybody who made the live show a success. It was bomb. Shout
out to everybody. I will say that the live show is really just a creative thing that we come up with and we build on top of every time. So we did the first one in September and we just needed to make sure it worked, and it did. And then we added a toy drive and a silent auction on top of it, and it worked. And so who knows what the next live show is going to bring.
Went off without a hitch.
So I just really want to appreciate everybody that came. We had people who showed up the second time, like ready for the debate. I was looking at the pictures. We got people on the floor laughing. Like it was just an amazing time.
We got
shout out to all of our vendors, all of our sponsors. Shout out to Comfort Zone, Bar and Grill, because that's where we had it at.
Deja, you know about the wedding planning. Y'all want to hear a cute story? Okay, so boom, my now fiance being on a wedding planning package under another name because he knew he was going to propose on New Year's. And so, yeah, that was really cute. So Deja throwing shade. I knew about the planning package, but at the show, I didn't know this was happening. They was all doing the most behind the scenes.
Let me put this on the record because I've heard it a couple times where somebody got something to say about Missy winning the wedding package. She had no idea that the wedding package was for her. And to be honest, I had no idea that the wedding package was for her until after it was purchased. It was already paid for, and then I was clued into it. So, I just want to make sure I put that on record because I done heard it, and I don't want nobody trying to act like we actually be.
No, we don't be doing that. No,
like,
hey, listen, it'll probably be another one auction somewhere.
Oh, it ain't just you, Deja. I had to put that on. I might make that a clip because right.
Don't be salty. Don't be salty. And the wedding's gonna be phenomenal.
It is. And that's why you're not invited. No, I'm not playing.
Shout out to Exquisite Events. Wedding planning package.
Exquisite Events. Yes. Okay, with Danny.
Yes, my wedding planner is Danny Preston, and he is fire.
Yeah, he is.
He is fire. He can make the impossible happen. It's all right. Just roll with it. Sis, you fine.
Listen, poking out like
you fine, girl.
The Who's on the Grinch. Is that their name? The Who's. You know how they be.
One more thing we need to talk about before. One more thing we need to talk about before we move on and get into Boulder Goals, because I know they waiting on that.
Okay. We got a lot to talk about before that, but okay.
We are throwing a virtual speed dating event. Okay, y'all. Hearts of Gold virtual speed dating event. Now, let me tell y'all something about this speed dating event. It's going to be lit. So this is speed dating in the comfort of your own home. You can have your drinks and stuff. You ain't got to pay no money. Men, this is your opportunity to take a few women on a date in one night for basically free.
Yeah.
All you got to do once you're chosen to be a part of the speed dating event, all you got to do is donate. Make a donation of your choosing. And listen, I think that's the best you're going to come out trying to take 7 women on a date. So,
listen, these men scary.
You know what? I'm gonna give you the real tea.
Scary.
I'm gonna give you the real tea. Let me tell you why these men ain't with the virtual speed dating event. Because they shacking up with somebody. They living with a bitch and then
it's COVID.
What
else are you doing?
They ain't got nowhere to sneak off to. But no, for real, men, listen, we got a bunch of queens waiting on y'all. Signed up for the virtual speed dating event.
And let's be clear, we looking for men who are about their stuff. Now,
men, keyword.
I'm not saying that you're looking to be in a relationship tomorrow, but you understand that talking to somebody could grow into a relationship. And you know what I'm saying? We're looking for men who got their stuff together. Do they exist? Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Fun, responsible, just gorgeous, awesome black men.
They working out. Listen, they keeping their schedules. They doing it clean. They vegan. They out here. They getting their trainers. They getting their therapists. Okay, there's some black men out here showing out.
So if you know somebody, tell them that they need to sign up because I think they shy.
My question is, what y'all got to lose?
Listen,
I know some bad bitches that's about to be,
and we got a lot of them, like a lot.
And we got some men too, but we want more men. We want to be able to pick, the men with the 7 best responses to our questionnaire. We want to have some good, choices at the event. So sign up for that. It will be posted. Shout out to your favorite golden girl, and we will get you the information. Yeah. Deja said, "Where's the proposal video? I need to see Missy's reaction." I'll send it to you, Deja. I'll send it to you.
So, something else new that we recently did, and actually the video drops tonight. We were guests on a different podcast. So, we went and hung out with our bros from Meet the Connect.
Shout out to Meet the Connect.
That's
why we taking shots on our show, because they really tried to get us drunk.
And then really tried us. They got us drunk. They did.
They got this little game at the beginning of their show, it's just
they did.
Toxic.
They did.
But listen, we said what we had to say. So tune in to the episode of Meet the Connect. It dropped today at 7 o'clock. So
I'm low-key embarrassed. We went on there and showed out.
I think it was more you, but
I went on there and I did show out.
She acted up, y'all. She acted up.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Okay.
Don't ask me to come on your listen. Now, when I'm not producing, I got space to say what I want to say.
And that's that on that. So imagine what this is about to be like. Dez ain't playing with y'all.
I'm so excited, y'all. I ain't never been this calm at the podcast. I want to take another shot just because I'm so hyped.
Hey,
I just can't.
Ain't nobody stopping you. You want to get
I can't listen now. I be helping people with their lives. I can't be out here drunk.
Are you drunk yet?
No.
All right.
Okay, anyway, so shout out to Meet the Connect. We love y'all dearly. We had a great time. Go on Meet the Connect Instagram, and you'll be able to get everything that you need to see our show.
Thank you. So of course our producer put it on there so y'all can that's the name of the podcast, Meet the Connect, featuring Golden Girls Podcast. It came on tonight at 7, but you should still be able to pull the episode up. So go, and we'll post it later. So, stay tuned. We got y'all. Mental health check-in real quick, Des, after you oh baby.
I ain't taking no more.
You asked for this shot.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
there's a level of freedom that I'm just living that y'all don't understand, but AWill do. And that's all that matters.
You back there doing the work. How you doing back there, AWill? You good? You good?
I wish I could turn. Next time we're gonna turn the camera.
He A1.
A1.
Yeah.
Okay. He looked like he just in his vibe. It's so good to see somebody that's just happy. Y'all know how stressed out I was with these chords and all this stuff. He came in here and just zoop, zoop, real quick. Zoop, 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 zoop.
Listen.
Got us together.
He got it together. So, okay, real quick. Mental health check-in. How you doing this? What's up?
So I am mental health. I'm good. I'm blessed. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm blessed, y'all. I keep thinking y'all right here. I'm blessed. Right. I am very, 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 very blessed. I am on a journey. One of the things that I haven't locked down my visions for the year and everything. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I'm really going to be pressed on this year is self-care for me and really creating space in my life for me. Mm-hmm. I know that sounds crazy, but when you when you a giver, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. My profession is giving, my everything. I'm a Cancer, I'm emotional, all that. Everything is based around giving to other people.
Yeah.
So I'm just being real intentional about me and really putting effort into me and what that looks like, and really feeding into the relationships who pour into me, because I pour into a lot of people all the time. So just kind of dealing with that. And to be honest, it has already been so like a smack in the face in so many ways. Like I didn't realize how much I give and adjust and change, and how much I don't feed myself as much as I need to.
Yeah,
so,
when you
and it's
start
been
doing it,
it's 24 days.
And when you don't do it and you start doing it a little bit, it feels excessive.
It
like
does.
You splurging, like you doing too much.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is like, hey, you got to fill your cup.
I feel
just as much as you pour out of it, you got to pour into it, or it doesn't work. Absolutely. Or you end up crazy and fucking people up. So
absolutely. So
fill that cup up.
So I'm on a journey. So, if you get some no's from me, don't take it personal. It's not the end of our life.
Okay. So if I take you, if I actually take another shot, is it gonna be no?
That's probably gonna be no. But I will listen. We got a whole bottle that ain't open. Champagne.
Okay, but I said a shot, but I
know what you said.
Okay. All right. I was just clarifying my question. No means no, guys. See, look, she just told me to fuck no. In front of everybody.
Next. No. I'm checking how you do. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. So, first of all, these braids are tight as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, these headphones is tearing this little middle part up. But my hair is cute, so I'm happy about that. But y'all know what? I am giddy. I am excited. I am very content, very much in love, planning a wedding, and I'm really enjoying the process. It's really fun. I'm in the house with my fiance every day, and we just have our moments like, yo, we getting married.
That's beautiful.
Yo, we about to have a wedding. And I just open my little wedding planner book and, do all of this stuff. So it's hype.
Yay.
It's hype. I can't even lie. Life is hype right now. Golden Girls, we just got a new producer. The nonprofit is moving well. We got merch. Hold on. We got merch. Yes. You feel me?
Yes.
It just seemed like I'm in a season of alignment.
Amen.
And we're gonna talk about this later, but instead of questioning it and trying to overthink it and convince myself I don't deserve it, I'm gonna just step into it. That's where I'm at right now. Step right into the light, because we golden.
I love that.
The sun is shining. Let it shine.
You are the light.
Thank you. Thank you.
Every step you take, you lightening up.
Yes. So that's where I am. Oh, they should talk about me. Talking about I planned a wedding in 2 minutes. Listen, this is what y'all gotta understand, y'all. Number one, I'm not rich. I need time to pay shit off. So the longer I take, the shorter time I got time to pay off.
Amen.
And then secondly, I run a whole nonprofit. This shit is second. We done did live shows, kickball games. Listen, a wedding is just something else on the list.
Coming. We got Golden Weekend coming. We got the kickball game.
All we do is plan shit all day. So,
we literally just came up with some new stuff yesterday. Some block parties.
Ball of ideas. So it's giving me an opportunity to be creative. Hey, Winter. Hey, that's my girl.
Winter.
Hey, and we ain't got to go to Bo's yet. I'm waiting on your ass because you my sis. But no, that's where I'm at. I'm in a good space. So, yeah.
Thank you. Good. All right. So let's scoot on over to the Midas Touch.
Okay. All right. I'm excited about this.
I'm excited about the Midas Touch as well. So, the Midas Touch is basically when we have, we highlight a group of women. Well, not a group. We highlight a woman who basically everything she touches turn to gold. So let me tell you a little bit about King Midas. King Midas is a like a fable.
Yeah. Fable.
King Midas is like a fable, but pretty much everything he touched turned to gold. So he did a bunch of good deeds. The gods gave him the gift to turn to gold. So it ended up where he touched his daughter and turned to the gold, and it was all sad and stuff. But that's not the part we focused on. We focused on the fact that everything he touches turned to gold, and how many people do we know that everything they touch turns to gold? So we usually pick people who sometimes we know, sometimes we don't know. But this particular Midas Touch is actually gonna be extremely special for us.
So special. I might cry.
I know.
I'm a real nigga. I ain't gonna cry, but
I know.
I'm gonna feel the feels for sure.
Can you give us the comments? AWill. I just want to, because I just know her. So this particular Midas Touch is our lovely, lovely, lovely golden girl.
One of our own.
Miss Deja Lett.
Shout out to Deja, my baby.
Shout out to Deja.
We love you so much, Deja.
So So I just we just really need to sit down and have some time to highlight Miss Deja, because everything that homegirl touches does turn to gold, especially with the Golden Girls. Homegirl started watching the show, we blew up.
No, for real. Like,
she got in the group, 1,500 people.
Bruh,
like we like Deja. We need you to be a brand ambassador. Everybody loves the Golden Girls after Deja. Like, she literally sits around and make videos to tell people how great we are. Like, that's fucking crazy.
And that's literally before she became a part of our team. So let me give you a little background on Deja. And like all of our true Golden Girls, our fans who've been rolling with us for a while, you already know Deja. So Deja is one of those people who literally reminds us why we do this. Sometimes it gets hard, no lie. Like, leadership is hard. Starting a nonprofit is hard.
Yes.
Like, balancing like your 9 to 5 with social media, planning events, trying to get sound bites, managing women, dealing with your own mental health issues is no joke. And sometimes it gets frustrating. But I remember Deja was like the person who said, like, I joined this group and it really meant something to me. It really, like, to the point, like, Deja was showing up to all of our stuff. Like, we would be on live like we are right now. And Deja, if we had one watcher, it was Deja. Okay. So when it came time for us to open up the team, and we opened up positions. Listen, Deja applied to all them bitches.
Every position.
She said, I'm applying to all of them because I really want to be a part of the team. And so during her interview, once again, she's reminding us about why what we're doing has a bunch of purpose. And she made us cry. She really brought me to tears, because sometimes it just gets so hard. And if you can just impact one person, it makes it mean so much more.
That's
and Deja's never been shy to let us know, like, hey, what y'all doing matters to me. And then in turn, she's literally pushing me every day to follow the dream that we both got. So like these live shows and all this stuff y'all seeing, without Deja, like, we might have not even felt like we was popular enough to do some shit. So let me stop running my mouth. And
so there's a big piece that we haven't told you yet. On top of all this, Deja has like serious battles with her health. She is a warrior. Deja has been fighting for years with her health. And you know, if I let her go into detail what that is, I don't think it's all of our business.
Yeah, that's not all of our business.
But she did recently spend the entire holiday season in the hospital. And mind you, y'all, we were having Golden Girls meetings through all of this. And Deja's in the hospital, popping up virtually.
Without excuses.
Yeah, y'all, I just made this video in the hospital to tell everybody that, like, girl, if you don't get off this phone and go feel better, like, what are you doing? So, so last week, if you guys are in the group, we went out to and kind of asked everybody in the group to just share some love. Like, Deja is great at sharing love, and we are just ready. We just wanted to share love as well. So what we did was we reached out to the group and we asked everybody to just give us 15 seconds of something. And what ended up happening is we got a 15-minute long video of amazing women on from Facebook who just loved Deja and gave her all of this encouragement.
People who know her, people who don't.
Yeah, so we low-key kicked her out of the group. And, you know, it was a big secret and she didn't know what was going on, but she ended up finding out. So we were able to show it to her. So I'm pretty sure you guys can see it right now, little clips of the video. We had 22 videos submitted, I believe.
Yes.
About 22 different women who gave us encouragement. So you should be able to see, you know, a little bit of it in the video. But either way, so I just want to say, Deja, we love you. Thank you for everything that you have given us for Golden Girls Group. Deja, you have no idea that you are solely some of the reason that we kept going. We were like, we don't know if it's affecting anybody, but we know Deja, if we say we was going to be there and we not there, Deja going to be looking for us. So we love you. We appreciate you. She comes to every leadership meeting that we have and encourages us. And you affected so many women. And we just want you to know, Deja, you are beyond amazing. Also, we will be streaming this video live tomorrow in the Golden Girls group on Facebook. We will stream this video for everyone in the group to be able to watch. You need to join the private group to be able to see it. We're going to stream it at 7 p.m. So thank you, Deja.
We love you, Deja. Thank you for being the motivation, the inspiration, the epitome of what Golden Girls are.
So shout out to Miss Deja Let Everybody for having the Midas touch. Everything that you touch, baby girl, turns to gold.
Everything.
We love you.
Shout out to my baby Deja.
Period.
All right. Oh, we love you too, Deja.
Yes, honey, we definitely do. All right. What's the next one, Missy?
Okay, so now we about to get into the mess. You know what I'm saying? We had to get on the other side of giving our girls some praise. Oh, got her over there crying. You should be crying.
You should be crying
because
you
you
love to make us cry.
Don't feel bad for you crying, but I'm happy.
That's why we didn't bring you on the show.
Period. Exactly. But now we're about to get into everybody's favorite segment. The next segment is called Gold or Bold. Now, for Gold or Bold, we talk about some topics, some things happening, going on in pop culture, and we decide whether it's bold, bad, or gold, good. And we just talk about it a little bit and get the tea. People in the comments, make sure you accept your StreamYard permissions if you want your comment to pop up on the screen. Because we don't know who you are if you don't accept the StreamYard permission. So go ahead and do that. All right. Let's get into the shit. So the first thing we got up is the cast of Insecure. So a lot of us love Insecure. Like it's had a cult following since pretty much day one. It's a show that basically it ended up HBO ended up doing a bid for it because Issa Rae, who was the executive producer of that show, started a show called Awkward Black Girl on YouTube. And then HBO picked it up and it became Insecure. And we love that show. It's a all black, well, not all black, but predominantly black cast.
Yeah. And
all black cast, pretty much. Talking about their lives. You know, it's just a great show. It's funny as hell. It's real as hell. I loved it. And there are a bunch of black men on the show too. And so since the show has ended, there's been a little buzz around the cast of Insecure, the men, and in their real lives, most of them being with non-black women. And we want to talk about that. I mean, do y'all care? Is it gold? Is it bold like this? Is like that's some bullshit? Is it? What you think?
So I'm in a few Insecure groups and the groups went nuts over this. Like, so a video popped up and it was basically like, you know, all these, they showed up them with all of their non-black mates or whatever. Now there is a big amount of men who are in, who were cast Insecure, who are with non-black women. And so a lot of women were upset about it. For me, so Winter says,
right? Winter, I don't know if I'm fucking with that.
Yeah. So for me, I was definitely the odd person out in the groups because I said that I didn't care. I genuinely don't care what people's personal relationships are. Yeah, like I really don't care what, like Winter said, I really don't care what nobody is sleeping with. Honestly, they like what they like and let them people be. I agree. So there was a lot of debate around, like, you know, Insecure was purposely a show for black people. It was a pro-black thing. It was, you know, showing black stories and pressing for blackness.
Right.
I think that it was a lot of people also saying, like, you can't be pro-black and also be with a white woman. Like,
I do not agree.
I don't either. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, these men are black. We can't take away their blackness. They still experience
and no matter
blackness.
who they date, they are still black.
Who they date, they can still fight for. They can still be pro-black. They can still fight for black. You know, Black Lives Matter. They can do all of those things,
and their children will still be black.
And their children will also still be black. So I just think that they have that permission, and I think that we have to stop. One girl just went back and forth for a really, really long time. And she just was like, I don't, you know, if blackness is that important to you, then you should embrace it by your partner. Because your partner is a reflection. And I get that.
Yep.
But the way I felt about it is that your partner can reflect you in a lot of other ways as well. We don't know what those ways are.
Yeah. They just said it doesn't bother me unless you're bashing black women. There was another comment. Oh, DJ said, as long as they're not demeaning black women, I don't care. And Winter said, exactly. At the end of the day, it's a show, and you can be pro-black and like non-black women,
or they just happen to like that one particular woman.
For me, it's like, yeah. I mean, they're not in public bashing black women. It's never. I'm not one of those people who have an issue with interracial relationships, but there's a little asterisk there. Number one, don't bash black women just because you're with a non-black woman. It doesn't have to have anything to do with it. But by all means, like, your happiness and loving who you love is top tier priority number one. Yeah. And that's for everybody. But number two, the fact that they're on a show like Insecure, you know what I mean? Even in their relationships with non-black women, they're on a show like Insecure. I think that shows, and maybe not necessarily, but I think that shows like, hey, I still see, you know what I'm saying? And they're still being exposed to what black women go through. So it's not just like a fuck black women or a dismiss. It's just like, hey, this is who I'm with. But listen, y'all, I understand. I'm reading the scripts. I'm acting it like,
Yeah, they still black.
Yeah, and they still black. So, I mean, it's not bold or gold for me. I just don't care.
Okay,
Winter said, I'm all for it. Spread that blackness everywhere, period.
Okay. Spread it. All they need is a drop.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Drop, honey. And
okay, so we all agree that that's okay. Like, the men of Insecure, they're unproblematic. I don't have no issues with anybody on Insecure.
Yeah, I think black men as a whole,
right.
Now,
DJ
black men who date black men still talk about us negatively. So I see it all the time on social media. Now,
black men who date black women. Yeah, they do still talk shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like that's the thing I got a problem with, because you can be dating a black woman and still not respect them. Let's keep that clear. But come on. We gonna move on. I think everybody here understands.
Yeah,
hey,
Will, this would be preaching to the choir. Ain't it somebody we need to ask?
Yeah. Right. Hey, Will, what you think? You think they can act in the show like Insecure and date outside their race? Like, what you think?
Absolutely. I think because a lot of people got to understand they are doing a job. You know what I'm saying? So if their job is acting, they can act all they want. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But their personal preference as far as who they want to date, who they want to be with, that's on them. It shouldn't be anybody else's business.
I agree.
Who, you know what I'm saying, they want to be with. So
true.
But can you still be pro-black and date a white woman? Love a white woman, marry a white woman?
Man, people have been doing that for years.
Since the beginning of time.
You know what I'm saying?
Lying. Okay, talk about it. Just like white supremacists still date black women. Come on.
They do. They love
who you date don't necessarily mean, Shakosha said very true. And Deja said, what Deja say? It's scripted. It's scripted. That's another thing. So I don't have no problem with any of the men on Insecure. Like, and I follow most of them. And listen, they doing their thing. I ain't mad.
Like we said, my problem is not them. My problem is the black men that just be going for no reason.
Like the men on that podcast. Anyway, all right, next.
I ain't even about to give them no time. I don't even know the name of that damn podcast.
And look, I'm gonna take this opportunity to take up for a black man, because this next Goater Bowl topic is the GOAT, the legend, the one and only Bow Wow. Okay, Shad Moss. Okay, that's not funny. It's really not funny because
Lord.
In 98, 99, 2000, that was the base. So 2001, all that. Don't do that. Period. But anyway, period. But anyway, not these people on Twitter talking about they can't name 3 Bow Wow songs.
Can y'all name 3 Bow Wow songs? Put them in the comments.
What we're not gonna do is come at Bow Wow like that. Now I can understand people of a certain age group not being able to name no Bow Wow songs. Like if you like
put 3 Bow Wow songs in the comments.
If you like under 23, KK, how old are you? 24? Can you name 3 Bow Wow songs?
KK old though. She is.
KK is auntie in Denise's body.
Oh my God, she auntie in Denise's body.
But anyway, but can you Bow Wow though? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, you can name 3 Bow Wow songs. Put it in the comments.
I can name 3.
Puppy Love, Out of My System.
I forgot about Out of My System.
I ain't never had nobody show me, that banger, Lil Bow Wow. You just don't know. We got basketball. Like, come on, bro.
So y'all were so fast.
So y'all wasn't taking Bow Wow posters out the word up, bro. Not Deja talking about she can't. Deja.
Wow.
What?
Can y'all name? Y'all can't.
Y'all can name 3 Bow Wow songs and don't be googling nothing.
My
just 'cause this is
issue-
online. Come on.
My issue is y'all real wrong for doing Bow Wow like that. But it was hard for me to think of 3 too. But I had to sit down and just focus. But that's only because we young. But y'all, I really hate when people come for Bow Wow.
Stop coming for Bow Wow because number one,
He definitely
Bow Wow is talented as fuck.
He
Let's
created
keep it
a
a
lane.
buck.
Oh, look at DJ. Take
Take
you home, shorty like mine, like you.
Period. I can listen. That first Bow Wow album, I could rap the whole album.
You ain't as fresh as I is. I think that's a man.
You ain't riding. Hey, you ain't bumping like I'm bumping. I wasn't in the Bow Wow or any of them. Okay, Deja. So just say you. I don't know where you was at, sis.
Me either, girl.
Not by title. Shakosha said not by title, but by chorus. Yeah, I think that counts.
Okay.
Let me hold you.
Me hold
Period.
you. I wasn't
a hardcore Bow Wow fan. However, he was the shit.
I really don't like how people be coming at Bow Wow because he is a legend.
No, listen, Bow Wow, and
he was what 5?
Y'all can't be mad at Bow Wow for being corny, bro. Like y'all can't make it like he ain't a legend just because he was Marco Polo. Period.
Linkin Park. Deja, you was listening to Linkin Park.
Oh, you was emo in the
That
2000s. I got you. Makes sense. Okay, Paramore. I know you was on that. All right, but anyway, so I'm gonna say Bo because don't come at Bow Wow like that. Don't come at Bow Wow like that. What you think? That's bold, ain't it?
That you can't name 3. So it was kind of hard for me to name 3, but if so,
right, bounce with me. Period. Facebook user, do your StreamYard permissions, dog. Oh, not that being KK. She's sitting right here.
I thought it was Amanda.
Dang, Amanda. Sorry, Shakosha. I think it's because he talked so much stuff and he hasn't had a song in a while. Okay, but he been acting. I just watched the Bow Wow movie the other day.
He been acting.
If Soulja Boy is a legend, so is Bow Wow. Who a bigger legend, Soulja Boy or Bow Wow? Now let me say this. Who a bigger? Let me say this. Let's hold on. First of all, are we saying bigger legend? Because we seen what Soulja Boy working with. Is we talking about bigger? We talking about bigger and bigger. Soulja Boy, listen.
Who is a bigger legend?
Soulja Boy leaked them pics from 2 different angles. I seen 2 different Soulja Boy.
Okay, anywho, so
provocatives.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to get past it, and she won't let it go. She
baby leg. You hear me?
I'm trying.
The sad part, he's still not cute. He's still not cute.
He's not cute. He not cute. And that ain't do. I mean, that's nice to know.
Soulja Boy said, "Oh, hey man, Holla, you think you doing something?"
That's nice to know, but he ain't cute. Hitman Holla is cuter, way cuter. So even if Soulja Boy is looking better than Hitman, I'm rolling with Hitman.
There is never a day I would think Soulja Boy look better than Hitman. I can't believe I done
got in this conversation. So, who is a bigger legend, Bow Wow or
Soulja Boy? I'm gonna say Soulja Boy though. I'm gonna say Soulja Boy because what Soulja Boy did with the internet is legendary. Now, don't get me wrong,
but Bow Wow didn't have the opportunity because the internet wasn't there.
I understand, but listen, timing matters.
It does. I mean, it does, but
I'm not saying it's Bow Wow fault. Yeah. I'm not saying it's Bow Wow fault, but what Soulja Boy literally changed the whole way we consume music.
I feel you. I don't think he changed it. I think he just utilized it first, but that doesn't mean that he don't get legend credit for it. I'm not taking that away from it.
We was counting Soulja Boy's streams. We was counting Bow Wow album sales, but we was counting Soulja Boy's streams, and he was one of the first ones. And I mean, listen. Now, I'm not saying who the better artist. I'm saying who we know Bow Wow's the better rapper. Like, let's not do that. But
that's the thing, though. Being a rapper that small, like that young, going through it the only reason I'm picking Soulja Boy is because what Bow Wow has done, even though it's legendary, it had been done before. What Soulja Boy did hadn't necessarily been done before. Yeah, okay. But like I said, timing got a lot to do with it. Timing got a lot to do with it. That ain't a bad. But back to the topic, y'all not coming at Bow Wow like that. I know y'all know 3 Bow Wow songs, and if you don't, go find them and listen to them, because y'all got my man's messed up. Period. All right, so now this one a little messier. This one a little messier. This is Cardi B. I get off my man. Who is your man? Bow Wow.
Oh, KK. Because she's older.
Because she's an auntie in a niece body. She 24 talking about Bow Wow, her man.
We told y'all.
Bow Wow is supposed to be people who are our age, man. Not sure.
And Bow Wow 34. He's still a little older than me.
Yeah, I'm 32 though. Bow Wow better go. But either way,
I know more Bow Wow songs. I know more Bow Wow songs than Soulja Boy. All right, Deja, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I mean, I'm not kicking you off. I'm just saying this wasn't your topic because clearly.
Okay, what's the next topic?
What's
the next topic?
The next topic is Cardi B. Okay, so Cardi B won her lawsuit against Tasha K. It's a defamation lawsuit.
Tasha K, the one, wine with me, Tasha K.
Tasha K,
messy Tasha K, the one that broke the Jackson. What's his name?
Derek Jackson story.
Tasha K.
Shout out to Tasha. Shout out to Tasha K.
Shout out to Tasha K. Tasha K gonna get the story, honey.
But this time she got the story wrong and lost out on $1 million something. But I'm getting to it. All right, so basically Tasha K lost the defamation suit against Cardi B. The jury deliberated for 3 hours. Tasha K basically said Cardi B was a prostitute and had multiple STDs and all of this stuff.
Tosh.
To the point, no. And now listen, we all love Cardi B, and she can go back and forth tit for tat with the best of them.
Yeah.
But these comments made
they got a line.
Yeah, and these comments made Cardi B it messed with her mental health. Like she was feeling suicidal after this stuff came out. Yeah. Really? So she filed a lawsuit, and I'm a lawyer, so as you should.
Good job.
She filed a lawsuit against Tasha K. And she won, and the jury deliberated for 3 hours. So I'm gonna tell y'all about defamation suits. Basically, when somebody files a defamation suit against you, it is like basically your burden to prove that what you said and the things that you allege are true. And then you have to prove to a jury that they are true, or that you have reasonable reason to believe that they were true.
Yeah.
And now, mind you, Tasha K, like all of us, we a podcast. Everybody in the media, people who cover other people and say things about other people in public. You got to watch what you say. And you have to have some credibility. Now, Tasha K, listen, we in the same business, so ain't nobody coming at you. That can happen to anybody.
It should. It can.
But what I'm saying is, I think it's gold, because when you're in the media and you're doing stuff, you have to take some accountability for the things you say and how it affects other people's lives.
Yeah.
Tasha K, I feel for you, because I know that's a nice chunk of change.
It is.
But that's a plug for all of us who are doing this. Like, watch what you say. These are real people, and they got real lawyers, and they will bankrupt your ass if you don't check your sources. Now you gotta, frame that shit right.
And I know there's a need to break the story first.
Yes.
So that's always a big push.
Yeah.
But Tasha, I love you, girl. Now,
me too, because I'm still watching it. So
we learn.
I'm gonna be one of them people helping Tasha. You get that money back, because I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah, I love Tasha. Tasha gives me Wendy Williams vibes, which I love.
Yes.
I think that Wendy, Tasha, those type of journalists are necessary. But you got to check your facts, especially saying something like that, especially about another woman. I know that ain't really what it's about, but to say something like that, you got to make sure your facts are together.
Yeah, and and on top of that, you run the risk. Like, Cardi B is a really big star. Like, if you don't do right, you run the risk of getting blackballed. People won't work with you, and you could mess up other opportunities. However, Tasha K, though, we all in business, and we all take L's, and we all learn some lessons the hard way. It is what it is. Like, entrepreneurs, that's what we do.
Because she won the situation with Derek Jackson.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's not like she's just a muckraking, making up shit ass person. So that's what I'm saying.
Drug him and drugged him legally.
We just gotta keep it tight. We gotta keep it tight.
Great job. DJ made a good point though. Cardi just had her baby not too long ago. Going through postpartum depression is real. She should have sued her, and I'm glad she won. That stuff probably hit her hard.
Yes.
Now that's important. I didn't think about that. She did just have a baby.
And you saying stuff like this out loud, and my children
can consume this easily. Yeah.
So just like it's on record what you had to say, it's on record that you was a goddamn lie and I won. But it is what it is. Yeah. So I mean, shout out to Cardi B for knowing her rights and pursuing them.
Shout out.
As we all should. So you think it's gold?
Is it gold that Cardi won?
Yeah.
I mean that Cardi filed a
Sued
lawsuit
and
and
won.
won.
Yeah.
I do. When it's wrong, and you're supposed to sue. That's the other end of the game. So I love you, Tasha. I think you're great, but I do.
Yep.
It's how it works.
Okay. So I'm gonna only do one more.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Bill Maher.
Okay.
Bill Maher made some comments on his show. Basically, he was just talking about how inconvenient and how basically the mask and all of these mandates and precautions for COVID-19 are supposedly paranoid. Like he's tired of the paranoia and all of this stuff. And he made a comment or a joke about it. Well, Whoopi Goldberg responded and she said, that shit ain't funny.
Yeah.
Like there are people who lost children, lost family members, aunties, uncles, cousins, all that, who wouldn't find that funny and is not paranoid because they've seen the realities of this virus. So like what you think? I mean, I get why you said it, but once again, just like you gotta watch what the fuck you say. Like you can't just say everything. But
so
is it gold or bowl?
What are we asking? Is Whoopi,
okay.
what Whoopi said gold or bowl, or what Bill Maher said?
Both. Let's just do both. Do you think what he said was gold or bowl? I think it's bold. I can empathize with him, but I think it's in poor taste. So
here's the thing. I think it's only in poor taste because Whoopi decided to point him out. So I think people have been talking about it all year. Yeah, like I think in 2020 it was in poor taste, but I think like if you think about any comedy, like if you go to any comedy show in 2021, I guarantee it has been talked about, and I guarantee that we have all laughed about how irritated we are with wearing masks. So him talking about it as like, it's just so much irritation, and it is in poor taste because there are people that have died, but it has been the butt of jokes for a year now. Yeah. So I don't know. I did feel like it was a lot. And I feel some type of way taking up for a white man and Bill, but I like Bill Maher. But it ain't got nothing to do with that. I just feel like we don't have that same energy when Mike Epps talk about it, when Kevin Hart talk about it, when, you know what I'm saying? Like Tiffany Haddish. I'm sure all these people have said something in regards to it. Like, it's people people make jokes about it. Kevin Hart did his whole last comedy special in his house. Yeah. Because of COVID. He did. And there were jokes about COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he is a comedian. Bill Maher is a comedian. And Bill Maher is, and we have to remember he's a comedian, just like people were saying about Bob. Is it Saget? Yeah, Bob Saget. People were saying like Bob Saget is, he real raunchy. He is not Danny Tanner for real. Like that man is a comedian. Like fair. And I'm not saying comedians are supposed to get the right away. Right. But their whole job is to make us laugh at our life. And a lot of times say things that we don't want to say. So do you think the tolerance, or I guess, do you think the sensitivity of it has lifted a little bit because there's a vaccine and people have the choice whether to get it or not? Or do you think that doesn't matter? I think that the sensitivity is lifting. I understand why it shouldn't. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I genuinely do understand that people have lost. There are families that were wiped out from this. Like this was extremely serious. Mm-hmm. It was. Mm-hmm. I just need us to have the same energy or not. Like either we are like nope or we are. Like but I definitely I don't think it's funny, but it's also something that even. They made a whole spoof. Deja said they made a whole spoof about 2020 on Netflix. They did. True. They did. And I mean, it sounds really bad to say it like this, but it's just I know that even though you went through it and you lost people, it's something that the whole world went through. Yeah. So it's like a shared experience and it's multiple different levels of it. Yeah. So it's really difficult to gauge how people deal with it, because some people are sitting around laughing as their way of dealing with it. And so okay. Bill Maher's comments, they're not gold. I mean, listen, he a comedian, they gold. He said what he had to say. Okay. Whoopi being sensitive about it, I think that's gold too, because speak up for the people who need to be spoken for. But I think both parties got to understand that both parties have the right to say what they want to say. Exactly. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Okay.
So listen, those was the bolder goals. I mean, COVID-19, once again, like you said, it was a shared experience. So I mean, it's hard for all of us, and I know certain people are going to think it's not funny, but once again, we all have choices to tune in and support people, or we don't. And if you don't like what this person has to say, or you think he's insensitive, then your money and where you spend it should reflect that.
Absolutely.
I think it's that simple. You know. So okay, that was bolder goals. And that was good. You know, it's been some stuff going on now. That Tasha K, ooh, that scared me a little bit because I be talking shit.
You don't talk shit about stuff like that. Most of the time, we talk about something that TMZ already reported.
Somebody, Shade Room TMZ, somebody already. Look, the shit popped up on my timeline.
We're not the first people.
I am not an investigative journalist.
We'll
I'm just repeating what I saw.
I don't think he was joking about people dying, but the fact that these mandates are pick and choose.
They are.
They are pick and choose. And that's why it should be pick and choose on whether or not we can joke on it.
And to be honest, like state, you know, all states are like experimenting with how they're handling COVID because they have to balance the economy with the public health, which is not an easy job.
At this point, they say get your vaccine and take your virus, or you out for yourself.
Listen,
and that's what's happening. Y'all, America been that way.
Y'all was in uproar. We gave y'all a vaccine. What the fuck else?
We don't live in a country that takes care of their people. What the fuck are we doing? Like, take the vaccine. Listen. Y'all better quit playing with these people. Y'all know they're not about to save you. So,
touche.
They said get your vaccine and put on your mask. That's all they got for you.
Yeah. Well, there's I wanted to get into some discussion questions I had because this is the thing. So I talked about it earlier about how you know, things are aligning and my life is taking a turn for the best and stuff like that. And you know, just being geared towards success. Like we in a new year and everybody's like setting goals and talking about things that they want to do, the things that they want to change. Oh, you good. The things that they want to do and the things that they want to change. But I can't lie. So along with the happiness of being engaged, planning a wedding, my nonprofit going well, my legal career going well, and all this stuff, I can't help but have those feelings. The other side of success and entrepreneurship, when we talk about, you know, like the success of those things as a Black woman, there are some mental health things that I have to combat in learning to step into the happiness and enjoy it, which is crazy. Like, so feelings of not feeling like I deserve this. Is it all going to erupt and boil over? And is this happiness only temporary? Am I going to fuck this up? Is he going to fuck this up?
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah. So like, one thing that I wanted to talk about with you, especially because you're a therapist and honey, you know.
I'm gonna start charging y'all. But okay.
You ain't charging me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna start charging everybody on the show. Anybody that listen getting the invoice.
Period. No. So that's one thing that I wanted to talk about was the other side of success for Black women. Because I think this is a battle that's unique to like oppressed people who have felt pushed down by society and the people around them. Like when you get the good part, how do you train your brain to enjoy and capitalize on that good part instead holding your breath and waiting for the ball to drop and shit to fuck up? Like,
yeah. So let's be clear real quick. So this is definitely the pot calling the kettle black because I can give all type of coping mechanisms. That doesn't mean I live by them. So the one question that you just said, what was your question?
So like, how do you like, basically, I guess what I am asking for is coping mechanisms. Like how, like, so when things are going good and you catch yourself in that mental space of waiting for the ball to drop or finding something wrong or feeling like you don't deserve it, like, how do I check that? How do I combat it? Like,
so the key to coping mechanisms and being able, so coping mechanisms basically means coping with whatever feeling that you're having and being able to get through it positively or at least contently, not negatively, pretty much. So the way to get through, the key to coping mechanisms is that they differ depending on the person and depending on the timing.
Okay.
So there are certain times that journaling works best for me. And then there's other times that I need to go exercise full cardio and get certain things off of me.
Okay. Journaling, cardio.
So you need to be able to understand, like you need to be able to gauge your body and see the difference. Because for a while, I didn't realize that I needed to get cardio and get tired. Like I needed to get energy out of me at some
like
point.
exalt yourself.
Because
Deja said real quick,
so
not to cut you off.
No.
Deja said we were preconditioned to think we don't deserve good things to happen to us. Absolutely. I'm gonna be 100% transparent right now, y'all. 100% transparent.
And women, sure.
Like
we were raped.
Period.
Let me be quiet. Go.
Okay, so I'm gonna be 100% transparent with y'all, and I don't know if this is gonna be TMI, but this is a safe space. I'm with my girls. I'm gonna talk. So I got engaged and everything. Happy as hell, and literally, convinced myself.
Yep.
Like not even being funny, convinced myself. Like thought myself into a pregnancy scare because something has to go wrong. No cat. I swear to God. Like something has to go wrong right now to the point where I'm calling my doctor. Like, okay, so this birth control, like, how does it work? How long does it last? Like doing, or
even I know it ain't necessarily what you want, but even assuming that a pregnancy means that it's something going wrong.
Exactly. Like I was literally having like
that doesn't have to be wrong.
A whole moment with the thing, but mind you, because like everybody's talking about I plan my wedding real quick. I put a deposit down on my venue. Right. I put a deposit down on my venue, which is more money than I've ever spent at one time outside of like tuition.
Yeah.
A deposit on my dress. Like, and so now after all that happiness, brain, overthinking, you know what I'm saying? Doing the most. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like I know I'm not the only one who does this to myself when I'm thinking the ball is going to drop, something's going to go wrong. And I can point at 1,000 instances where things were going right and I've done this.
So I think one of the biggest things that we also need to make sure that we all do, and this is something that I have to check myself about a few times a day, daily, is really giving yourself grace and giving yourself the space to be able to be in the tough spaces that you're in. So for me, one of my issues that I've been dealing with for the past year and a half that's been kicking my ass is that I had the audacity to start a business and a nonprofit at the same time. The audacity. And y'all, I'm stressed the F out. Like I be in my office, I be here, I be all these places and stressed out because I'm used to producing, I'm used to completing, I'm used to achieving. And so now it is 1,000% creative. It is building. It is foundational. It is different things that I'm just not used to. And so immediately my thought is, I don't deserve this. Maybe I shouldn't be a therapist. Yeah. What do you mean you shouldn't be a therapist, girl? You passed the test on a fluke.
Try to find a way out. Like
literally, you passed the test. You passed the test that most people have to take multiple times on a fluke. Yeah, like you went as a practice and passed. So why in the world would you think that you don't know what you're doing? You passed the test that most people have to take multiple times.
And Deja said, give yourself time to understand that you are
human. Amen. But the thing is, we all have to be realistic with each other and understand that all of this is easier said than done. And that's the big piece that we don't get and we don't adapt. It is easier said than done. So we can tell ourselves this all day, but that means creating circles of people who remind you of this. I talked to somebody today who told me that you triggered something in them in a conversation that made them change the way they was looking at their situation.
Oh.
And I was like, really? She does that? Because she does. The problem is she does not do it for herself. She does it for everybody else. You made somebody else feel completely different about they had a rough situation that has happened, and you triggered something in them because you've been talking to them about their strengths, and so you probably can catch on who I'm talking about. So you talked about their strengths and basically talked them up so much that you didn't even realize that you changed the way that person looked at her whole situation. And from that, she got up and approached the day completely differently.
Well, look at God and thank God, because listen, I wake up some days and be having to remind myself that I'm happy and that I'm content and not in danger.
Missy doesn't do it for herself.
Nope.
And most of us don't do it for ourselves. And that's the thing, because she caused me I'm stressed, I'm
losing my mind.
Girl, you know, relax. But then 10 minutes later, I'll call her with the same thing. So the circles of people around you matters. Even if it ain't the friend that you had since kindergarten and it's that new bitch that you just met last week, if she make you feel comfortable, go to her. Be comfortable. Be around those people.
I tell y'all all the time.
Do those things.
Slide in that DM.
That is why I'm going to be honest with you. That is why that is where Golden Girls came from for me. Now I know everybody else. in my opinion, I wanted it to be created in a space that all of our visions can be seen. So I know Missy has a different vision. KK has a different vision. AWill got a different vision now. But my vision has always been to be a space where women can feel, because Black women aren't allowed to feel, or we can feel however we need to. And so that's the biggest thing. Like, put people in your spaces, expose yourself. If you listening to Sarah Jacob Roberts every day, then that's what you're doing. Right. If you listening to TD
Go to Girls Podcast every day.
TD
that's what you're doing.
Every day. Go to Girls Podcast. That's what you're doing. Expose yourself to those things. And that's okay.
One thing I want to talk about, because when we talk about the circles around us, especially as Black women being successful, and this is not necessarily me, but I know a bunch of people like this. Okay, I'm gonna read Deja comment real quick. You ladies inspired me over the weekend. I wasn't feeling good mentally and wanted to quit, but the love and support I got over the weekend helped me push through. I'm not just doing this for myself or my son, but y'all, because y'all believe in me. Deja, girl, do it for yourself though. Yeah. I want you to do it for yourself, because that's the most important person in this whole equation is yourself.
But see, what we got to remember, though, is that as humans, we aren't made to be on this world by ourselves.
Right.
And so that's why it is more comfortable to do it for. Like, but you got to create them circles, though. Then you got to have them people around you that do that. But my bad.
No. Okay, but good point, because it's feeding right into what I was about to say. The circles around you, because one thing about Black women, and not even just Black women, Black people, when we get successful, but we're talking about Black women here. We get this hero complex, and then everybody around you like slowly becomes a leech, because two things. One, some people learn, and this one is about to upset people, but some people learn how to tell you what you want to hear to get out of you what they need from you.
Most people do. That's the game.
Yeah. Yep. So like, they're, regardless of if this behavior or if this thinking or whatever you're doing is toxic for you, if they think that you want to hear them encourage you into doing it so they can get what they need from you, that's what they're going to do, whether it's good for you or not. And then also, there are going to be people who have like been in your life for a certain amount of time, family, all of these people who think, Demetrius said that's most people. I agree.
It is.
Who think that because you made it and because they've been around, or because even if they helped you, now you owe them.
Yeah.
And so now it starts to build this like hero complex on like, we can't say no. And we got to go put the whole
job is to put on everybody.
I got to go put the whole hood on my back. I got to take care of my mama. I got to take care of my sister, my nieces, my nephews. And listen, even sometimes your kids, like they pulling. Right. Hey, Brittany, they pulling from your cup and you don't have nobody in your circle to fill it.
Yep. And I think the biggest thing about that is that we have to be realistic about what we need our circle to feed us. And so it may not be your homies from high school no more. Right. It may not be your homies from yesterday.
Your appetite changes.
Yeah, it might be the nerds from down the street. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to be honest about what feeds you, because once you figure that out, you will be fed. And that matters. That changes.
Yeah, because real quick, like, we were on a hunt for a producer, right?
Yes.
But it couldn't just be a producer to just, push buttons and set the camera. Yes. We needed somebody who can feed into us and encourage us or whatever.
I'm going to tell the truth. So we were supposed to go to a different studio.
Yeah. Hey, Deanna.
And so this is extremely specific, but spoke to some different studios for different reasons. And I remember talking to somebody and they basically told me that we needed to simplify our show. And so at the time I felt so like, I'm like, damn, we a mess. We all over the place. Like, I started calling them, asking questions. For too much. But mind y'all, I figured out how to do this by myself.
Right.
So I'm sitting there like, damn, like, maybe all this is messy. Maybe I'm expecting too much. Maybe this, because, this man looked at me and was like, I think you need to simplify.
Because mind you, y'all, we doing live streams. We doing audio. We doing comments. A bunch of shit.
So to be able to live and talk to y'all, as we go, all those things are difficult. And so I literally started to question a show that I have taught myself how to create and produce that I've been doing with one person. And I started questioning it immediately because somebody else who's supposed to be an expert said that it needed to be simplified.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it just, for me, it really, I started talking to y'all.
Yeah.
And so something in me was like, just get a second opinion. And I was like, let me call somebody who I trust, that I know will tell me the honest truth. Now, mind you, this is not somebody I talk to every day. This actually ain't somebody that I talk to at all on a regular basis. But I do trust, like, he is in my life to a point that I trust him to tell me the truth. And those relationships matter. Called him like, listen, I just need to know, am I tripping? Should this be simplified? And on the other end of the phone was like, no, I'm going to be there on Monday. Let's make this work. I'll figure it out. And now, y'all, we got a whole new producer who is figuring out everything that we need.
Listen, y'all see these comments? He's showing what part of the show we on.
I've never been this calm.
I wish I could make this. I'm not making this up.
I've never been this calm.
He just seen the equipment today.
This is
his
better.
First time seeing
this
the
is
equipment.
better than when I was doing it on my own. But God had to give that. Well, I say God, but whatever you believe, the universe, whatever. But God had to give that to me after I had to get over the fact that somebody else told me that it needed to be simplified. I had to open myself up and say, wait, are there other opinions? Are there other options? Are there other things? Let me not let this one person knock me down and make me feel like what we've been doing is just a hot mess. Thousands of dollars that we spent on equipment has been a hot mess. And that wasn't the case. Y'all, the second phone call, the first one told me that I was too much and it needs to be simplified. The second one said, fuck that, we in the game.
I can't wait to do it.
And guess what?
And we here. So yeah, shout out to
AWill Vibe.
But ladies,
period.
So to wrap
shout
this
out
up,
to AWill. He is putting breath into motherfucking Golden Girls group. In case y'all didn't know,
shout out to AWill. But yeah. So I mean, to wrap this up, basically, what we got from this conversation is one: use your tools. Oh, Demetria, you ain't never gonna be good enough, or you'll be too much for people who can't handle you. Period. So like to wrap up, one thing when you're getting to your success and things starting aligning and you start to feel shook, you start to feel scared, you feel the need to self-sabotage, start using your tools. You're journaling, you're working out, like all of those things that you know
go
help
to lunch with that girlfriend that keeps you motivated. Go to the movies by yourself. Like do those do whatever it is. Go get your nails and your hair done. Like whatever works. Y'all know black girls, we get the stones on your nails. Whatever you got to do. Like whatever you got to. Shout out to AWill. Bronze Boys on deck.
Okay, period.
Shout out to AWill. Period.
We got to get some hoodies.
Period. We going to get us some Bronze Boy
and visit
hoodies.
goldengirls.org for the merch that you're seeing today.
Period.
But yeah, so
I actually got mine from Target, the Black History Collection, because y'all know Target got a Black History Collection. So
yes,
go on over to Target. I done bought up everything they had, but y'all can try another Target.
Oh, and shout out to two of our sponsors. This week and last week, we had two businesses who were the Black businesses of the week. Last week it was Dahlia. Oh yeah, goldengirlsgroup.org. Okay, but Dahlia is a fragrance collection inspired by one of my homegirls, a Black girl who started the fragrance business. Her name is Gabriella Sullen, and she started this business because of her travels to Venezuela. So she's Black and Hispanic, half Venezuelan, half Black, and her trips to Venezuela have inspired her, giving her a very keen sense of smell. And so she wanted to create a fragrance that reflected all of her diversity. And so go to Dahlia Worldwide, guys. It's fragrances for men, women, and unisex fragrances. So there's no excuse to purchase. Really listen, rollerball scent so you can hit a little here on the wrist, hit a little here on the neck, and be smelling amazing. Elvira is my favorite one. Shout out to Dahlia Worldwide. And then also we have Blossom Bright Candle Company. So these are soy candles, so you won't get all those toxins in the air when you burn your candles. Okay, soy. And they also smell amazing. Another Black girl from Detroit, Janae Bryan. Okay, who started a candle company. And this is another one that smells amazing. We trying to get y'all smelling good. Because once you smell good, you feel good. And that aromatherapy is really a thing. Okay, so Blossom Bright, you can go ahead and find them online. And then also their products are sold at Meyer too. So we get these Black girls on the shelf. So shout out to our sponsors. Thank you so much for believing in our brand. And we want our Golden Girls to believe in your brands.
And that should be proof that fuck imposter syndrome. You're not an imposter. You live your life.
Yes.
It's your life.
Get
Walk
on them
through it
shelves.
and we out this thing.
Period. Let's do it. All right. Take us out, Des. Where can you find the podcast
I
episodes?
wasn't really taking this out, but okay, I guess I am now. All right, so we are wrapping up the show. I just want to say that I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. I was a little tipsy this show because I ain't had to. This is the most. I ain't never had to approach a show.
Y'all, I'm finna get her
not worry
lit
about
every
none of this.
episode
This is
because I miss
AWill.
I
I ain't gonna talk about AWill no more, but he don't even know. He don't know the freeness that he gave me. But
we
I
gonna
do
tag
say,
AWill, y'all. Y'all gotta go follow my dog.
y'all got to.
He got a mic over there. He gonna give y'all the social media handles.
But well, he on Instagram he is AWill Vibe. And make sure you reach out to him. He always got some good vibes going. He always got some good events going. So pop out with AWill. But
Holla at your boy.
But I do want to say, thank y'all so much for an amazing 3 seasons of Golden Girls podcast.
Period.
We got some real shit coming up. We got some amazing events popping. Save the date for Golden Weekend, April 8th, 9th, and 10th. Save the date for the Juneteenth kickball game, which is June 18th.
9th.
It's 18th on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it's another save
virtual
the date,
speed dating February 4th. We got listen, women sign up, men sign up. Don't be scared. This is gonna be a dope event. I know it sounds a little weird, but when I tell y'all I got some dope shit planned,
it's cool.
Just go ahead and sign up. You ain't got nothing to lose.
All right. So besides that, we are on our way out. I want to say, real quick, you can catch us at all of the places that you listen to podcasts or watch podcasts. So that's Apple, Spotify, Anchor, Radio Public, Breaker, YouTube. But if you're just looking for us and you need to figure out where to go to goldengirlsgroup.org and that'll send you exactly to where we need to go.
If you like my hoodie, it says never trust money more than gold. If you like my hoodie, you can also find this and other merchandise
absolutely
at goldengirlsgroup.org along with our events, speed dating links, everything. Just go to goldengirlsgroup.org. That's where it's at. That's where it's popping. And you can subscribe to our Facebook group and our emails as well.
All right, AWill, we are out.
Hey. It's your girl Missy, 4th of June on Instagram, Maisha Ishmael on Facebook, and as always, you can find me at goldengirlsgroup.org.
It's your girl Des, aka DRay_the dial on Instagram and everything else, except Facebook is Destiny Nicole, and then also goldengirlsgroup.org, Golden Girls Podcast on Instagram, and Golden Girls Group on Instagram. Bye. See y'all later.
Bye. Love you guys.